Hey, what goes, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Throwback Thursdays. And today, as you can see, we're doing Crash Bandicoot. More particularly, once it gets done loading,
It's Crash Bandicoot!
we are actually going to do.
It's Crash Bandicoot 2! Cortex strikes back!
Mainly because, it brings back such a good history, at least for this channel. Mainly because I played this game a long while back when I was in college. Because I didn't grow up with this one. I actually grew up with this one.
It's Crash Bandicoot Warped!
Which brings back a lot of memories. But I figured we'd go back to 2, mainly because for the channel-wise, I think it'd be great. So we're gonna go ahead and hop in. I'm doing the Insane Trilogy version of this mainly because last time I tried doing this for my PlayStation, just a couple days ago, and it wasn't working properly. I'm gonna be quiet during the cutscene.
Crystals, of course. No!
But Dr. Cortex, to reach full power, we need not only your master crystal, but also the remaining 25 slave crystals from the surface. How do you expect to retrieve them when we don't have any Earthbound operatives left?
You fool! Do you think I'm unaware of the situation? If we don't have any friends left on the surface, then we'll need to find an enemy.
Crash! 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 My battery is fried. Make yourself useful, big brother, and bring an extra battery for me.
Alright, here we are, folks. Crash Bandicoot 2. The nice HD graphical upgrade. I love this. So I am playing this primarily on PS5. But when I originally got this, I got this for Christmas for the Xbox One, which is blasphemy considering this was a PlayStation exclusive way back in the day. But I mean, if it works, it works, honestly. So that's why I was glad to have it. I have the remakes of this, of Crash Team Racing, which is great too, if you guys don't have it. There we go. And the Spyro Reignited Trilogy, which is another fantastic remake. I'll talk more once this cutscene is over with.
Well, well, well. If it isn't Crash Bandicoot, welcome. I apologize for the crude means used to bring you here, but I'd rather expect a written invitation would have been turned down. I need your help. Surrounding you are a series of 5 doors. Through each door lies a well-hidden crystal. The crystals look like this. Bring me the crystals, Crash. That is all I will say for now. We will speak again.
So if I remember right, if I remember right, this is the first game to introduce the crystals, actually, which would later become a mainstay in the whole series, for the most part, actually up until 4. So, I just think it's so funny. This reminds me a lot of the warp from Warped. But, anyway, let's start at the very beginning. Turtle Words. No, this is a fantastic collection. If you guys don't have this, it is for Xbox One. I think you can actually get this for PS Plus if you've got that kind of thing. But it is physically for Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and Switch, which I think these are even great series to have on the go on the Switch. I know your frame rate may not be quite as smooth, but yeah, no, it's a great collection. It makes collecting these games a lot easier. These are one of, if not this, I think this might actually be the definitive way to play these games, to be completely honest. Mainly because the controls are so still responsive. You've got a better shadow to base your jumps off of. And also, well, not here, but if you go in the war room, you can play as both Crash and Coco, if I'm right. So, yeah, this is just a great collection. These are great games, and I'm just glad that Crash is back. Which also, Crash Bandicoot 4, do not sleep on it. It is a great and fun game. I've yet to finish it, but I've played a good amount of it, and it's really good. I'm so glad it was good, or it is good. Also, it is supposedly really hard to complete, but what I will say is I'm just glad that is a full, complete game. I think if you guys have not seen... I had a feeling that was going to happen. If you hadn't seen my best games of 2022 video, I talked about how I was done with the practice of games coming out and then dadgummit, and not having everything day one. Like, I get DLC, I understand that, but if your game solely relies on just DLC, I think it's a fail. To me at least. I just hate the cruddy practice of shilling out a game just to make quota, and then later, that was close, and then, dadgummit. And then just slapping everything else at a later point, when you could have easily just have had everything from day one. I mean, what I guess I should say is, if the game has a complete story from beginning to end, or even if it's a multiplayer game, you have pretty much the whole backbone of what the game needs day one, that you don't have to rely on DLC, then that's great. Gosh dang it. I know I can do this. But I mean, if it solely relies on DLC, it's a fail in my book. Which is why, going back to what I was going to talk about, Mario Strikers Battle League. I traded it in. I didn't keep it solely because it didn't have everything. It was kind of an empty shell of a game. Like, gosh dang it. You had some base mechanics, yeah, but it was just the one game mode. There was nothing else to do. Was customization neat? Yeah, kind of, but there just wasn't much to the game. It's not a horrible game, just a disappointing one. But Crash Bandicoot 4 is a complete game. Is it hard to complete? Absolutely, but it's not impossible. Like, a lot of memories made by games are the challenge of trying not to explode. There we go. Is the challenge of beating the game. Now, I'm not to say that sometimes it's not fair. I will say that. There we go. That's what I wanted to do the first time. But no, it's a full. Gosh, you know what? I want to get those boxes on top of there. It's a full, complete game, and I'm so happy that it is. And it's a fun game with so many variations to do, and like there's skins customization options that are great. And I just, it's a great, full, complete package that I'm just so glad that we have. Let me see if I can actually do this jump this time. Haha! Now, I will say, I'm not a pro at this game. But I'm not horribly bad. I say as I botched that jump. You know what, screw it. We'll sacrifice the life. Gave me a buff with Aku, that's funny. No, these games are fun, and I think are great for not just the older generation, like me that grew up with these. Like, these are great, I think, introduction platformers to kids. So, I guess while we're talking about that, I grew up with these games, at least more particularly the third one. There we go. I grew up with the third one in Crash Team Racing. I actually didn't get this game, the original version of this game, until high school. Somebody from church gave it to me. This and like a Namco collection. And I mean, they're both great. Like, what can I say? They're both great. Really, all I'm missing is the original versions of Crash Team Racing and the original game. I'll have them all the original games on PS1, with the exception of Crash Bash, which I remember emulating back when I was in college. And it wasn't horrible. Like, it was a subpar, if not mediocre, party game collection. Like, I could still see people have fun with it. So, was it perfect? No, but I could still see a lot of people having fun with it, which is why I'm curious with the new, Crash Rumble game that's coming out, how that's gonna be. So, yeah, I've got a good history with this series. I love this series. I'm glad it's having to come back. And I know some people have problems with things being unoriginal, and I get it. I agree to some extent. You can't always bank on nostalgia. At the same time, if it's done well like this is, it's not really banking. Like, you could tell there's a lot of care within this. Like, people have wanted this. Like, another Crash game. And Spyro game for years. And here it is. We have it. Like, it and a sequel for this. Which just makes me want... Because we're getting Crash Rumble, which is great. It's funny. Makes me want a new one for Spyro. Honestly, it's not a... I know it's supposedly not a perfect game, but a Hero's Tale, I think would be a good pick for a remake. Now, if we're talking Enter the Dragonfly, absolutely not. But if we're talking a Hero's Tale, that wouldn't be a bad one to pull, like, to do a remake for. I would have been very surprised if they would have done, like, a Wrath of Cortex kind of thing. Look at that, the gem. But I'm glad with the Crash 4 that we really got. So, all in all, I would love to see a new Spyro, personally. Like, Spyro needs more love. We don't see him much, except paired with Crash, in the shadow of Crash, to some extent. Look at that dance. Well, the pelvic thrusts are different, but I don't care. I love the Crash dance.
Well done, Crash. I knew I could rely on you. Now listen carefully. These holograms are hard to maintain. During the course of my intellectual pursuits, I have stumbled across a force that threatens to destroy the world. The crystals are the only means of containing it. The fate of the world is at stake. It is imperative, therefore, that you bring them to me.
Are you there, Crash? Crash! Crash! Are you there, Crash? Are you there, Crash?
Alright. One level down, even though it took a while. A few more to go. I think I'm going to do one more level just to kind of pad this out. I don't want to spend too much time playing this. Even though it's a great game. I love this game. I love all these games. I just kind of want to give you a taste of what these games are if you guys have or have not played them. Anyway, like I was saying, I would love to... Come on. I would love to see a new game for the Spyro series to some extent. I feel like it didn't get quite so much love as I knew I was gonna botch that. I should have just waited. That's right. Anyway, I would love to see a new Spyro game. What I really would love, that I really have fond memories of, I was really stupid on that. I would love to see sequels or remakes of some classic PS2 platformers. Like I know Ratchet and Clank got a semi-remake of the original because of the game that came out, but I would love to see maybe something like Up Your Arsenal or Tools of Destruction. I think those would be pretty cool. Wait, not Tools of Destruction. Going Commando. That's the one I was thinking of. Going Commando and all those older ones from the PS2 era. I would also really love to see something like Jak and Daxter have a remake, or what I would really rally for is a remake, if not another follow-up to the Sly Cooper series, because I love those games. I actually have the collection on PS3, which is great to have. If you don't have it, get it. I have played a little bit of 4 with PS Plus. I just wish that, like most, a lot of the PS3 games were not stream only. I think that's kind of a missed opportunity to emulate. But I played a little bit of it. It's not bad. I like it. At some point, I'd like to get it physically and play through it. And so I have the whole series. But yeah, I would love to see like remakes of classic platformers like that. But yeah, I love seeing these old platformers come back. I'm actually kind of curious if they would ever even think about remaking or doing the sequel, the always wanted sequel of Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo 3E, or just remaking Banjo and Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo 2E. I wonder if those would actually even be a slight possibility. I'm kind of doubtful on that with how Microsoft looks like they're going, but I think it's possible. I mean, they did Super Lucky's Tale and New Super Lucky's Tale, which also is a great intro platformer for those, like for kids, and just a really cute and fun. It's just a cute and fun game to play. I've not beaten it either, but I've played a good amount of it, and it's a really charming game. If you've slept on it, definitely go out and grab it. I think you can get it pretty cheap, at least for a pretty decent price. Yeah. Let's see. Kind of wish the color gems weren't a thing. Also, a really cool thing about this game is the fact that it has a secret ending if you get all of the gems, and so does Warped, which is great. Alright, we've got...
So, you are helping Cortex gather crystals, yet you have acquired a gem. Interesting. Well, Crash. Know this. As long as you are allied with Cortex, you are my sworn enemy, and I will do anything in my power to stop you. If the fate of the world is truly your concern, you must gather the gems, not the crystals. If you obtain all 42 gems, I can use them to focus a laser. Yes, a laser beam that will destroy Cortex and the space station he has created. Until then, I must use my forces to stop you from gathering crystals.
I love how wacky this series is. Let's see where we're at on time. Guys, I think I might go ahead and call it. Like, I think we've spent a pretty good time, and maybe we'll revisit this later, but I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. If you guys have any game recommendations for Throwback Thursdays, let me know. I love to see them. And, or if you'd love to see me, like, revisit this game or, like, the others in this series, let me know. Otherwise, thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Stop back later. I believe I have a review for Weathering Bandicoot coming out on the channel. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for stopping by. Thanks.